Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday.
Sunday.
And it's pretty much going to be raining all day. It rained all night last night, and we're supposed to drop into freezing temperatures.
Freeze!
Starting about 6 o'clock tonight, which means we're going to have a lot of sleet on the road because they're going to come out and everything looks like this right now. And it's supposed to start pouring again in about an hour or so. A lot of people said if it freezes, they're not coming in. My boss says he might not come in because he lives up on a hill. One of the guys walks here.
I'm walking here!
He's not going to have a problem. So, I think before 6 o'clock, old Hannibal here is going to be rolling into this spot right here to make sure, as long as they're open, I'm working. And if they're not open, stealth camping in the Walmart parking lot. So, it's in the back, but I did get another 3-pack of butane. They still don't have any green propane, but I got plenty right now. But I got butane and I got some things to cook with. The gym closes at 7 today. I really need to go. Sorry. I really need to go and take another shower in there. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I'd like to take a shower, honestly, today. I'd like to take a shower closer to when they close at 7 today, but I feel like they're going to close early because of weather. So, I don't know. I also left the ring light on at lunch for the cats. It's still on right now because I can't really get to the switch that easily unless I'm in the back. Trying to see what our charge is. Alright, let's see. What's our charge? Give me a second here. And oh, I gotta turn my Bluetooth on. I turned the Bluetooth off on this phone because it interrupts. I have both ones tied to my earbuds, and sometimes when this one gets a message, it pauses my other phone that does it. Oh, there you go. It's at 100, even with the ring light going, so that's nice.
Very nice. High five.
I'm gonna go on Dollar Tree.
I'd buy that for $1.
I'm not feeling 100%, and I forgot to grab like ibuprofen or something like that, just in case I don't feel good.
I don't feel so good.
Later today. I'm okay right now, but you know how you got a feeling that it could go either way? And a bunch of people at work were coughing, you know? But I was just gonna go to Dollar Tree and grab a little 2-pack or whatever they had. By the time I got the Tylenol PM. But I forgot that they're not open yet, and no one's in a hurry with this rain to get to work, so I'm gonna go park for a little bit and see what I'm gonna do next. Well, I'm posted up over here overlooking Amazon. This is where I was going to do my cooking. Probably still will. Only issue is I forgot that I broke my can opener. And I absolutely need it. And I can't wait to cook stuff because I've got some chicken, some fresh chicken. So as soon as they open, I'll be over at Dollar Tree. I'm going to grab that medicine I need anyway. And then I'll grab a can opener. Went to Dollar Tree, got a, I think it's a universal pot top. Since I don't have one for my pot, I'm hoping that's gonna work. Got some liquid gels, take that hopefully, make sure nothing happens to me. And I got a couple packs of Wily Wallabies. And I got water.
Water for $1?
The only problem is, they were out of can openers. So I am getting ready to go in Dollar General. Newly remodeled Dollar General. This actually used to be one of the Dollar Generals I like going to. I haven't been here in a bit. right, this place doesn't have a can opener either, so now we improvise.
Improvising.
All right, no can opener, so I'll get one at Walmart. Maybe even tonight, I don't know. But I've got that chicken, so I'm gonna make a chicken noodle soup. I wish I had an onion, but I don't need a whole onion. And the packets that they have of pre-diced onions are kind of too big. So this we're gonna do without the onion. I kind of wish I could boondock here. It's nice and level. Perfect for cooking. I just don't know how they'd feel about that. Right across the street over there is the gas station that supposedly has an Amazon pickup point. And I might have to test it out soon. The Dollar Tree one is still out of service. So that's a bit of a problem for me. And I am going to start. I need to move ahead on money, I know. But one thing I think I'm going ahead and start pulling the trigger on, maybe as early as, not this Sunday, but next Sunday, is I'm going to get the wood and get it cut to be, basically I'm going to start building the shelves in that storage so I can get stuff off the floor. So I need the shelves, and I need to do the tote boxes that I want, because I'm at this point where I want to start sorting my stuff, because some stuff is, you know, it's just stuff you pulled out of your apartment that you don't know if you need it or not. I'm at the point now where a lot of the stuff that's there, I know that I can get rid of, like donate or list on eBay. So I want to get all that stuff done and start consolidating stuff down, getting stuff that I do want. I have a lot of kitchen stuff. So like when I want something kitchen related for the, like, you know, I need, I don't know, say one of my pots. I need one of my pots. I can go grab it off that shelf, bring it, do my cooking, clean it out, and put it back if I'm not going to keep, you know, using it or something like that. One of my big bowls. I do have that inverter that I want to start installing in here soon. And once I do that, I have items that might be able to run off of it. At the least I can test it out. And the stuff that will run off of my solar, keep in one container, and the stuff that won't, keep in another container. But like, you know, maybe the air fryer, maybe the rice cooker, I don't know. And just so I have everything in containers. The goal was always have everything eventually that I'm going to keep consolidated with like items in containers, and I have a little spreadsheet that tells me where everything is. So if I go, I wonder where my bowl is, and I put, you know, that bowl, it will pop up and tell me like box B12. That's what I've been shooting for. And I'd like to have that done before spring. And that way I can make some more plans. And I might even be able to get stuff down to where I only need one storage unit. And if that's the case, then, you know, I need to start figuring out, you know, if they'll let me just move stuff into this one storage unit, or if that thing was a double package deal and I have to move somewhere else. Hopefully at the same facility, since the car's stored there. But I mean, I don't know. But if that worked, then, you know, maybe I'd save a little bit of, I got a really good deal on the double storage unit thing, but maybe I'll save a little bit of money. But at the least, I'd be able to get to everything. Right now, stuff's off the floor, but it's still hard to get to. And there's some stuff that's ready to go. So, you know, okay. I think my van shelving, that's pretty beat up anyway, that's in there. I don't see myself ever putting this back into the van. And if I ever sell the van, I don't see it really raising the price to a point that, you know, someone's like, oh,
well, if you had the shelving, I would have bought this van for that much.
So I think I'm probably going to let that go, which take some stuff out. Slowly doing stuff. The whole idea is to move this stuff into tote boxes. If you guys see, the tote boxes I use are kind of the more medium size. The idea is if I had to move everything by myself, anything, even if something heavy is in that box, that's a manageable size and weight that I can move in and out through doorways with. And everything fits on my little rolly cart if no one has a float for me to use or something like that. So that was always the plan, is to have everything. If I had to move in and out like in a day, I could. Even the shelving that I have built, I basically just reverse my drill and pull everything apart. So the goal has always been to be like that and not take up more space than a small box truck that I could rent for a day if I had to do something, you know. And in worst case scenario, I could use my van, just mini trips. So I think it's time to do that. I've got a few other things I really want to do, but I think that one's been on my mind since summer. because I have all this stuff, and some of the stuff I don't need, but some of the stuff, if I could just get to it, it would make my life easier. You know, I have some kitchen stuff still that I could get to, but I don't want to keep it in the van all the time. So it'd be nice, like, pop it open and like, here's my meat cleaver, whatever, and I can use it, clean it up, put it back. Don't need that next time I cook. You know, plan a little bit ahead. So let me know if you guys like that idea, if you just think I'm talking crazy. Yeah, I probably think I'm talking crazy, but we'll see. All right, let's go stop somewhere. I want to cook, I want to eat, and I need to sleep.
Go to sleep! Go to sleep!
This is one of those miserable wet days where everything's so damp and condensated and the floor's gotten wet, and yesterday was just kind of a sleep in the van, wake up, watch the fights.
Fight!
So the van's a bit of a mess as far as things are just not where they usually are and things like that. So this is kind of one of those days to be survived, where I'm gonna cook up some food, eat, relax, but it's just, you know, get through it. It's a miserable gray day. It's cold. It's only gonna get colder. I don't feel sick. I just know if I don't, this kind of weather right here, if I'm not careful, like even being out in there just to go do this shopping was probably taking my chances. But let's get started cooking. I may not show everything today. I don't know how much memory I have on this thing right now. I don't know what my charge is, but let's get started. You know, I really can't believe they didn't have any can openers. I wouldn't have thought that that would be the thing all the people who thought a winter storm was coming were going to be running for. I just need to find a good quality can opener. That's the second one I've broken. All right. Let's get her started.
Have that fire!
All right, step one. Need to cook up all this chicken just because I don't have any way to keep it. All right. Oh, reliable back. I don't have any real oil other than the spray, so that's what we're going to be using. I thought about getting some olive oil today, but then I said I wasn't going to need it, but in fact I did. And I'm just going to season this stuff in the pan this time, and it's going to be a crowded pan. I should have waited for this thing to have gotten hot, and I didn't, but too late now, ladies and gentlemen. All right, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And that is definitely a crowded pan. All right. While that's cooking, I'm going to just go ahead and add some seasonings. I'm going to do some garlic powder, black pepper. I'm going to count just a tad. Yeah, that's where I need the flame to be. Onion powder. Salt. Now we need our tongs. Alright. Got that stuff set for a bit there before we start turning anything. Ouch. Almost forgot to unplug the backup camera. That would have been another problem again. We don't need that. There we go. Salt, black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of chili powder. Now, I'm also going to put just a little bit of Italian seasoning. Alright, then you turn them one more time, so I think they're looking pretty good now. That's about as cooked as I want them to get since I'm going to be making a soup. So I'm going to move them to the side. My poor pan, all that seasoning. But I want to keep that. So, add a little bit of water. One. Let that release up. There we go. Release all that. Definitely want to keep all that. Alright. Right into my... Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I messed up again. I don't know why I didn't check, but I got these sliced carrots because my change of plan was to make, you know, chicken noodle soup with chicken and carrots. Since I didn't have onions, I have onion powder and stuff. I don't know what's wrong with me.
What the hell is wrong with you, boy?
So, definitely need to get a can opener. So I am just going to make a chicken noodle soup with just the seasonings, and I think I might have some bell pepper left. I might throw in bell pepper, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
I'm hungry. Chicken's cooked. Time to make the soup. Let's boil up some noodles. Alright. Putting some water to boil. Salting it. Gonna try this. Ooh. Gonna try this top that I got. Hopefully it doesn't melt. Alright, the silicone lid is on. Hopefully this isn't a stupid idea. See if the water boils faster, and then we'll boil up some noodles. The kitty cats are not liking the rain. It's coming down pretty hard, so it's freaking them out. It's supposed to be like that all day and night, and then drop below freezing tonight. So I am definitely going to be off this little hill and by work before 6 o'clock. I dropped one of my core chicken bouillon cubes in there. Now that the water's hot, the lid does seem to be doing the trick. All right, we have boiling water. Now I'm just going to add in my noodles. Oh no. Give it a little stir, just to let the noodles kind of separate. Little stir. Alright, let that boil. Putting the top back on. I'm adding in my chicken that I've chopped up. I can't do all the chicken. I forget how small my pot is. Make sure no one's sticking to the bottom. Alright. Now, a little more salt. A lot of black pepper. I want to add some more Italian seasoning now. Alright. I bought myself some new soy sauce. Alright. Kiko Man, my favorite brand. And now that I've covered it and turned the heat off, I'm just going to let it set, kind of get all the juices back in, let everything kind of marinate, if you will. And then we'll try a bowl in a little bit. Till then, I'm going to clean up this spot a little bit and comfort the cats because they're freaking out. Alright, let's give it a taste here. gonna get a spoonful of these slippery things. So it looks like right there, Emo, you can't have any, girl. You get chicken, trust me. Oh yeah. Could use some onion, but flavor-wise it's good. Just need that bite of the onion, maybe a little bit of carrot for the coloring, but flavor-wise it's good. This is a really good soup. I'm going to enjoy eating this. Alright, I just got to put the stove away. Most of the dishes are already done. I'm going to pop in the next disc of Supernatural and chill with the kitty cats, who are also saying, chicken me, buddy. Right, Bimo? Do you want some chicken? Bimo? Would the Bimo like some chicken? Bimo's like, where's my chicken? Where's my chicken? Okay, girl. Oh, yeah, and I did already take my Advil gels, so hopefully we preemptively stopped anything from happening just in case. All right, then. Alright gang, I'm at work. Hasn't frozen yet, but it's going to probably freeze in a couple hours. I basically slept in the Walmart parking lot here, no problems. A little bit loud, but it was fine. Strolled in here, brushed my teeth and everything. And now we're getting ready to start work. So I didn't get caught in any ice storms. And I'm here, so even if we're iced in, we're good. Just got to check on the fur balls at lunch, but I had the heater cranked up before I left to get everything really hot. So I've had a good day. I hope you have as well. Until next time, this is your old pal, Hannibal the Animal. Hey, right there.
Towards the park real quick. Come in and warm up just a few seconds. Oh, make it fast over there towards the parkway.
We got flurries, everybody. You know, the parking lot was wet when I came in, but it's dry now, so I don't know what the roads look like, but I mean, if it's dry, it's just going to be cold. We're not going to have any sleet. That stuff's not going to stick. That's just flurries. It's supposed to be a 2% chance of rain. Now, if that happens, something bad might be for the folks that have to commute, but wild.